So, I've actually changed this up a little bit. You might be surprised. Right, here we are with my June 2020 DDD deck profile. Before I get into my explanations and ramble, let's get into this. So, we're starting off with 1 Rage. New name is Rage because of the TCG, by the way. 3 Ragnarok, 2 Thomas, 2 Apocalypse, 1 Vice Typhon, 1 Orpheus, 3 Copernicus, 2 Ghost, 3 Swell Slime, 3 Necro Slime, 3 Lamia, and 3 Kepler for the monsters. For the spells, we have 3 Allure, 1 for 1, 2 Desires, 1 Foolish Burial, 1 Monster Reborn, 3 Gate, and 1 Swamp King, with the 1 Trap card, which is Eternal Darkness. Moving on to the Asher deck, starting with the fusions, we have Caesar Ragnarok, High King Genghis, Diarch, 2 regular Genghis. For the fusions, we have Bright Armageddon, High King Alexander, Siegfried, and regular Alexander. For the Xyz, we have Kali Yuga, High King Caesar, regular Caesar, and then for the links, we have 3 Gilgamesh. So, explanations and all that stuff. Some of the biggest changes, let's get into that first. So, we added a second Apocalypse. Why? Because I was sick of banishing it off of the Zeiss, and I found it's really good to play with as a 2. Because you can take full advantage of this card, seriously. You could use this card to make so many additional plays. He's a level 7, so you can go into Siegfried. You can even go into High King Alexander with the right board. You can use him to fusion summon. I'm assuming you wouldn't do this, but you can use him to link summon if you really needed to. He's honestly a great extender. You can use him to banish Ghost, to recycle things, and he works really well. At first I thought because he's a scale 4, I didn't think I'd use him as much as I really would, but it turns out that he's great. Like, he works really well. Seems to be saying he works as a common thing in these deck profiles, but usually you'd set him up with Reiji. You can Pendulum summon your level 1s, normal summon your Ragnarok, do combos, then you bring him out for extra special summons which would trigger other special summons, or you go with him and Ragnarok, you'd banish, his effect would trigger special summoning things. Like, it works really well. Or if you really need the scales, you can Reiji and a Kepler. So there's that. Now for my other changes, I swapped the Vice Typhon for another Necro Slime. Now, I always thought 2 and 2 was good, and I stick by it's fun, and it is decent, but I found I've just been able to make so many better hands with a third Necro Slime, because of a few reasons. Ghost, it's good to send another one of him to grave and better use it in future turns. Him being a normal summon, if you need to normal summon him to link off, you can 1-for-1 bring him out, then send him. He can bring out literally any fusion monster just about in your extra deck. And really, it's just good to see in your starting hand. I used to think it was good to see both Vice Typhon and Necro Slime, and that's why I had 2 and 2. As I said, it's still good. And you can go into High King Genghis with Vice Typhon easily, but you really just need the regular Necro Slime more. It's just too good to not have multiple of them. Vice Typhon's still good, I'd still say it's a 1-of, but with restrictions and all that, it's just too hard. Especially with this current build, I feel like it's much better to have Necro Slime. And with desires and all that as well, like in addition to it. So yeah, I know a lot of people have been playing 3 and 1 or just 3 and none for a while, but now I'm on the trend of 3 and 1, and it's been working really good. So yeah, as I said, I used to love getting a High King Genghis because he had the negate and he could special summon anything easily. That's why I had 2 and 2, and I was like, well, I can get 2 fusion summons easily. But I'd rather the consistency and being able to consistently get out what I want and make better hands and stuff. So yeah, and if you banish all your Vice Typhons, it doesn't really matter compared to Necro Slime. It's more vital. I also made a little bit of a side deck, kind of. I put him in the side deck, so if you go second, I put basically I'll scroll through my side deck. You can look at them real quick. A lot of them are there for fun, but others not. This card here is in the side deck because something you could swap out Eternal Darkness with. It's a decent card. You can pop things, gain 1,000 attacks, disruption. So you can do that, but honestly I prefer Eternal Darkness, especially in this format, because you can literally just negate everything. Only thing is he slightly contradicts with King Apocalypse, but usually you end up with a leftover card in your hand anyway. Even if it's just a Kepler, you can put it in your scale and you'll be fine anyway, so no stress. So that's about it for this deck profile. Not much more to say other than this guy is coming out soon. Well, he's technically already out. He's a V-Jump promo. There's this new TCG name right there. Go DDD. I prefer his OCG name. I knew I was gonna butcher it. I'm still gonna call him God. So that's his original name. So yeah, this full deck is TCG legal now. It's a bit expensive. I think he's like 15 USD, so that's great. But hey, good to know. So yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna wrap up this profile here. If you have any suggestions, let me know. I'm gonna go and out of here. Goodbye.